Hi, this is Yaffi Lvova, registered dietitian nutritionist with Baby Bloom Nutrition, here with Lucy. Lucy, say hi. Back inside this week and very big, working on cooking something special here. And today we're talking about the grain hole, and that's a term I've come up with to describe how we often feed kids and specifically toddlers. So grains are great. I'm not anti-grain unless you actually have a problem with gluten or some other aspect of grain. But the problem is that we really default to it. It's really taking over our diet in America, and there's a good reason for that. A lot of times it cooks well, it packs well, it keeps well, it's just easy overall, and kids really gravitate toward it. So often a toddler's safe food involves rice or pasta or some form of grain, bread. They just really like it. It feels good in the mouth. It tastes good. It's so easy to sandwich things, just to put things together. It's so easy to pack up in foil and put in the car, go to the park. But what can happen is, even if you're really conscious of your child's diet, you can really fall into every meal and snack being grain-based. And while grains pack a really great nutritious punch as far as fiber and some B vitamins, and depending on how it's fortified, it could be a number of nutrients that you'll find in the grain. When it takes over the diet like that, it really displaces other nutrients that need to be there, other micronutrients. And fat also. Grains don't really provide fat how they are. So here's an example of how you could fall into the grain hole. You have pancakes for breakfast, a sandwich for lunch, and pasta for dinner. Or even oatmeal and then granola bar for a snack and some kind of rice-based dinner. Thanks for the thumbs up. And muffins also. I mean, I'm a big fan of muffins. I post muffin recipes a lot. But when you have them as your primary snack, as easy as they are, as much as you can hide in them, like zucchini, for instance, it really takes over the diet and displaces other valuable nutrients. So what you want to do is make sure that half of your plate is fruits and vegetables. More vegetables than fruit. But overall, we always come back to Michael Pollan's quote from The Omnivore's Dilemma: eat real food, not too much. And you really want to concentrate, look for a list of fruits and vegetables that are in season, and make sure those show up on your kid's plate. It's pretty easy to pack berries also. Bananas are really easy to pack. And certain vegetables as well. Carrot sticks with hummus and celery sticks, and I love red pepper spears. We're really big fans of that in this house. And those are great snacks. Also, crunchy roasted garbanzo beans. You can look up a million recipes for that on Pinterest. And I'll get into Pinterest in a second. But other ways that you can diversify the diet is to get creative. You can take it different places, and Pinterest can really be and Instagram also a very dangerous place to be looking for ideas, because that's its own type of black hole that'll get you lost. But you can get creative with it by making, if you've seen that pepper train where you take a pepper and you hollow it out and it's like a cup like this, and you put in veggie sticks. It's very cute and it's pretty easy. You want to involve your kids. Get a couple magazines and look through recipes together and see what would look good to them. You can take them shopping, you can take them gardening, and just involving kids is going to give you some ideas that maybe you didn't think about for ways to diversify their diet. You can get ideas from other parents, and Pinterest, as I mentioned, if you're feeling adventurous, but it is a black hole, so beware of that. Other ideas to get you away from actual grains. For breakfast, for example, you can do eggs or yogurt. If you follow an animal-free diet, you can do coconut yogurt, for example, with some fruit. Quinoa bowl. Quinoa is actually not a grain, it's a seed. And you can use it just as you would use oatmeal, in that you make quinoa ahead of time, and then you pair it with some kind of milk or milk alternative and some fruits and maybe a scoop of peanut butter for protein. Make a smoothie bowl or 2-ingredient pancakes, which I've known to make 8-ingredient pancakes because it's just calling to be messed with. But your 2-ingredient pancake classic recipe is 1 banana to 2 eggs. You smash it all up and then just cook that as a pancake, and that's actually grain-free. You could also experiment with using alternative types of flour when you're cooking. Coconut flour and almond flour are good options. So what you want to do is just make sure that not every meal and snack of your day or of your child's day is grain-based. A good way to do that is meal planning, and I've done a Naptime Nutrition segment on meal planning, and you can go back and look at that. But it's a really easy way to organize your food for the week and to make sure that you're diversifying your diet. You're including fruits and vegetables, and you're getting the most out of what you're eating. So don't fall into the grain hole. If you have any ideas on future topics for Naptime Nutrition or recipes that you'd like to post that are not grain-based, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Also, I wanted to mention that while I'm not a fan of the paleo diet per se, it can be a really useful search word when you're trying to find recipes that are not entirely grain-based. And so I'll use that sometimes. I just don't necessarily advocate the diet as a whole. So please post your questions and comments, and I look forward to hearing from you. And if you have any ideas for next week's Naptime Nutrition, which will take place on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Arizona time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, please let me know. Thanks.